Well, hello there, tubers. Today I'm going to show you how to take the blade and bar off the chainsaw. As you can see, I got two more sitting there. Neither of them are sharp, and I can't sharpen them up there. So I'm going to put my better one of the better two dull ones on here to sharpen. This one's a nice and sharp one, so you gotta be careful when handling these. Always. My tire checker. Okay, well, the first thing to do is take your ratchet or wrench. They sell these tools, but this one's an Oregon tool, and I have a Craftsman Chainsaw, so it doesn't fit this. So I gotta use a ratchet. Make sure you're loosening. Take off the side cover. Also, pay attention to which way the teeth are going, because if you look, there's this. This removes the chip, and then this goes up front. This does the cutting and removes the chip. Also, you can tell a good blade for your chainsaw because they will have them alternating sides. Like this one is over here, that one's over here. Now the original blade that came on this one, I believe only had them on one side. That's one I bought. Yeah, see? Oh no, it didn't. It just was missing that one. The new ones have more teeth, so they cut more wood a lot easier than that old one. I was using that old one, so. Okay. You take off this side cover, which is just as easy as breaking off the nuts. It's not that hard. Make sure you don't lose the nuts because you're going to need those. You know, if you lose them, you could find a new one, but it'd be easier just to find them. Now, I already cleaned this side cover earlier. I wasn't thinking about it. Always make sure that you're clean, because sawdust and crap gets up in here and it all clogs up this. Now, I don't know, most chainsaws, well, every chainsaw has an adjustment that you have to turn to tighten the blade, which is another thing I'll get into later. Make sure your blade adjustment is all the way in. As you can see, then you see how much slack you get in the blade. And you just easily slide the blade off. Be careful though. Once again, your chainsaw blade should be sharp. Especially if you're putting a new one on. They're going to be sharp. They will be sharp. Now let's get some parts out of the way, explain what they are. This is the bar of the chainsaw. This happens to be an 18-inch. It's actually a pretty big bar. I'll show you the difference. This is my dad's chainsaw. This is a 14-inch bar. In fact, his chain needs to be tight. But if I set this next to this, you can see the difference. It's either a 4 or 16. It's either a 14 or a 16-inch. You can see the difference. Mine's bigger, you know, but just happened to be what I could get for the price. This is the clutch that prevents you from stalling it when the blade gets jammed. And this connects directly to the motor, which is 2-cycle. So make sure you always put your mix in. I always put a 50-50 mix because, as you can see on this, it says 40 to 1. Well, it says on this 40 to 1. However, I used a 50 to 1 mix. Therefore, you know, we use it in all ours. So then you grab your new chain or whatever chain you're putting on. For me, it's not a new chain, it's actually an old one. Slide that on. Now once again, pay attention to which way your teeth go. There's usually a mark on your side cover or somewhere. Mine's in my side cover, right there. Tells you which way your teeth should go. So all you gotta do is match that to one of the teeth, and the chain will be on the right way. And then it's as simple as sliding it over, making sure it gets in the teeth of the clutch, and then slipping it over the bar, making sure it's all in track on the bar, because if it isn't, it will just pop off. And we've all done it. Everybody who's used a chainsaw at one point or another has done it. Now, my blade tensioner is right here. Well, the adjustment for it's right here. And if you turn that left, it's got a gear system that turns something, I don't know, gears or something in there, that turns this little thing right here to tighten this. You need tension on this chain, otherwise, once again, it will pop off. Before you go any further, slide your side cover back on. Put your nuts back on, hand tight. And then, just put your nuts on, hand tight. Should be wearing gloves, and I actually have mine sitting on the bench, but oh well. My hands are now full of grease. Wonderful. Put them on hand tight. Hang on, what's that? Okay, nothing I need to worry about. I'm taking one last time. Make sure you turn it the right way. Adjust the blade tension while holding your blade tension. Take and put the ratchet back on. This is a little bit of a harder part, just because you gotta work within close proximity of your fans to each other, and then you got the bench to worry about. Now these chainsaws are made to be worked on out in the field, so it's not all that hard. And tighten them down while you're still holding on to the blade tension, because you want to keep your blade tight on your bar. Okay. If your blade is too loose, it will pop off. That's a good amount of tension on the blade right there. Alright, and next segment will be sharpening the blade. So stay tuned.